Hello, this is video number 3, again focused on module number 6. In this video we are um, now focused on Tableau itself. So we are trying to answer the first question or help you kind of guide you through it. Which genre sells the most in Europe and Asia? To answer the question, we will simply dive into Tableau by clicking on Tableau icon. It's going to take a few seconds to have the tool open up, and as soon as it opens up, what we can do is find a file. We will connect to Excel because our data is in Excel. You will locate your file wherever you saved it, as you downloaded it, maybe in your download folder. Click on modules, click on the name of the file and simply open it. You come to a screen where Tableau allows you to transform and load the data, and the way we would do that, we will simply find the sheet of interest. This is all in data sheet for right now, so we'll click on it and drag it and drop it in this little area. Tableau will then tell you what are the columns it was able to pull from this worksheet. Quick visual check: does it have the new fields? Country, yes it does. And does it have a sales column? It does. I will skip discussion about these properties because in getting started with Tableau video you should have been already familiarized with some of these elements. We will connect live and we will go to sheet 1 and we can start our analysis. I like to explore in Tableau kind of freely and see what are the outliers, what are the averages. But since this is a guided tour, because we know the questions, I'll simply go and find my genre dimension. It's right here. Since the question is, what are the genres that are selling in certain regions, we will click on genre and drop it as a row. You see the list of them. We still don't know how much we sell. In order to answer that question, because it's how much, it's a numeric value. And we know the name of it is quantity. So that's why it's right here in the measures. We'll simply hold it and then drop it on the columns. Tableau is smart enough to suggest right away what is the optimal way of display in terms of the methodology. This is going to be a bar chart, which is great. Instead of a big table, I can already visually see that the rock and alternative punk are kind of big ones. But to make this even easier to consume, I would actually like to sort it. To sort this, simply go here to this icon. To sort descending, you can do it ascending if you want to as well, but I prefer this way. And right away you see the 4 categories kind of visually jumping at us in terms of that quantity. What we still don't know is actual quantity amount precisely. So to display precise amount at the top of each bar, all you have to do is go to this section again and click on show mark labels, which is little t. You click on that and here are the numbers. You know that Latin music we are selling 1,100 units. You see that not all bars have the values, it's because it will be kind of too tight to display all the numbers. So what you can do is make this area a little bit bigger and then play with it, and as you kind of play with it, the numbers start appearing. There are other techniques to do this. You can make this smaller if you want to. So we now know this, and we're getting, it's kind of easy. The only problem is this is incorrect, because what we didn't do is we did not filter by region, because the question is specifically for 2 regions. So we will find our region, which is dimension, which is a category, and we will filter by them. As you drop them in the filter, the pop-up appears, and you can select the regions of interest by checking them. Click OK. And now we do see new numbers, and we do slight change because I think these 2 genres switch the spots. So it's getting better, but we still don't know visually what are the regions we're talking about. A couple ways of doing that. Click on regions and select show filter. When you see on the right hand side, you see the filters. So now we know this way. Another way of doing it that effectively solves 2 problems. One of them is I really don't like when you don't label things correctly. So sheet 1 is just useless as a label. It's simply a repetition of the worksheet. So we will click on it and change this reference to the sheet name and call it the way it is, which is most popular genres in. And instead of hard coding Asia and Europe, I'm actually going to go and make a dynamic reference to it by clicking on Insert and then selecting a region. Now it's going to look up the regions that we selected and put it in a title. Let's see. And there you go. Okay? Just to double check that it works. You see, as you change your filter, it changes the title. Let's uncheck this, and here we go. Another thing we can do is we can also change the name of the worksheet itself to make it easier to find, because when you create a lot of sheets, it's kind of hard to navigate over time. So it's one of those best practices. One thing that we also wanted to do is kind of visually annotate the top selling. You can do that by right-clicking on the rock, which is the type 1, and then click mark label. Annotate, and do mark. And you can see here that you can make a call out. So it's right now call out is genre, and then it shows the name of the genre. Let's change that to be called top selling genre. And quantity, maybe change that to quantity sold. And when you click OK, you see what happens. You can also kind of drag it, and you make it a little bit more visually appealing, as well as you make a call out of your message. Last thing I'm gonna do is, even though it's not best practice at this point, but I know in the future I will be creating more visualizations, and often you connect those visualizations by the consistent use of color. And I will grab genre and actually make each genre different color by dropping it on a mark called color. So again, it's not best practice because there are way too many colors, but at this point I'm almost formatting for the future, because I already know the answer here for the Asia and Europe. So here's the question number 1. Hopefully you were able to follow, and it's not that hard. And in the next video we will focus on the next question, which is which artists sell the most.